Hey,
Hi.
this is the Kicking and Screaming podcast number.
Hey, welcome us back
Welcome.
from a really long hiatus.
Welcome back, Jen and Bodie.
Let me just dust you off. A little,
Thank you.
little dusty.
Oh, anything else?
Yeah.
You're
My
not dusty.
God.
You're fresh.
Well, you know.
You look great.
I woke up like this.
You woke up like this.
See?
Boy, it's been a long hiatus. It's been very hard to track Jenna down. I actually feel I've always felt very comfortable on this podcast. And all of a sudden, for the first time in this is our 83rd podcast, I think.
It is? For real? Or are you exaggerating?
I think it's 83. Let me look. I have a little number.
For
right.
real?
I have a little
I thought
number
we were
right.
in like the 30s or something.
No, this is number 83, Jenna.
Oh my God. No wonder I've run out of shirts to wear.
And me too. And I actually feel nervous or awkward. Maybe not nervous, but like I feel awkward.
I
Like
think we're in a new
don't-
stage.
I don't know what to
and
do with
so
my
it's new
hands.
systems,
I don't
you
know what to do.
know. I've had a lot of experiences since our last one.
Yeah.
We are needing to get proper microphones that go onto our clothing.
supposed to
and not
get-
like Dick Clark with these,
Right.
but that's okay.
Is this how the hands were? I can't
Yeah.
remember.
How do I talk?
How do I? Oh, I remember now.
I'm just gonna keep.
I remember now. It was like this. So, welcome back, Jen and Bodie. I remember this was it.
Hi guys, did you miss us? Some
Did
of you said you missed us.
Some of you said that you wanted us back, so we came back. Oh, let me see the time so I know how long we have to do this podcast for. And it's been a long time. There's so much to
You
talk,
still have not.
talk about.
Literally, it's like
Sorry.
your hand. Okay, so there's a thing called the foreground.
Foreground.
See, for those of us, those who are
Foreground.
watching,
The
you're
foreground.
holding your mic completely in the foreground, blocking your
It's
face.
only the
Down,
176th time that you've
down,
told me that.
boy.
It's only the 76th. Okay, good. So like this.
Well, a more
I
natural version of that.
I remember now. I remember now.
Gosh.
Yeah, I feel this feels awkward to me. It's been so long. I don't know what it is.
Do you need a kiss?
Ooh,
Does that help?
that does help a little bit. Yeah. We just got back from Hawaii.
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 It's just for the record, it's pronounced Hawaii.
Like you're choking, kind of?
Don't say Hawaii. It's not Hawaii. It's Hawaii.
Yeah. Well, when the natives say it, it sounds very pretty. When we say it, it sounds like
I
we're
was
choking.
kidding. It's Hawaii. Hawaii.
Okay.
Hawaii.
I think they know where we went.
We know someone that's a white girl that's from Hawaii, and it's funny because she's a total white girl, and she says like, "Oh, I love Hawaii," and I always get like like a blink.
You think that like she's got a stutter all of a sudden.
Right, but it is how it's pronounced.
Yeah.
And we had a very good time.
So nice.
Hey, what's the deal with Hawaii and me feeling a little bit like a King Kamehameha sex god? I was
I'm
like,
not sure. I think you're going to have to answer for that.
I'm going to be honest with you. I felt like I wanted to be naked all the time, and I wanted to have sex all the time. Now it sounds like
I'm not sure what's any different.
No, but really it was. It was different because I want to have sex a lot normally in life, but I wanted to have sex all the time in Hawaii, and I didn't want to ever get dressed. I just wanted to walk around.
I noticed that. Like
with
I was
my-
just resting on the bed, listening to the waves, having some me time,
Oh Lord,
trying to have some me time.
eye roll.
And you were just like standing there in the. Don't shake your leg like that. The whole table's shaking.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
And you were just like standing there naked for a really long time. And I was like, "Are you expecting something right now?" Because we just did it.
And
like, are you expecting it again? Like,
And I wasn't like,
you're like, "No, I just like standing here like I'm the king of the ocean."
and I wasn't like, not to be gross, but I wasn't at attention. I was like normal, if you recall,
All
right?
That's too much.
What I mean to
information.
say is that I wasn't like standing there like ready to go. I was like
well,
normal.
that's why I asked, because if you were
'Cause
any
it
other
wasn't
way,
so
I wouldn't
obvious.
have had to ask the question.
Because I was just enjoying being naked. I was like King Kamehameha.
I woke up like this.
I felt like I wanted to be naked and I wanted to run around the waves and then like,
Can you liken it to King Kamehameha? Is there anything else other than you just felt like a king and then that was a king of Hawaii?
what do you mean?
Is there any other connection between you and King Kamehameha that you say King Kamehameha?
I still don't understand what you're saying. What's your question?
Why do you say you felt like King Kamehameha?
'Cause he was
As
the king of
opposed to
Hawaii.
That's why I said. That's what I was asking.
What other- I
Is
don't
there
know.
any other similarity of why you felt like King Kamehameha, or was it just because he was the king of Hawaii?
He was
no
the king
other
of-
qualities of King Kamehameha.
He was the
just-
king of Hawaii and I was the
Right.
king of the ocean.
You were
And I
king
wa-
of the
and I want-
bedroom
and
with
I
the
wanted
sliding
to-
glass door open.
I wanted to pork chop my wife and then not get dressed afterwards and then go frolic in the sand. But that kept going on for days. Like, I thought maybe that would wear out after the first few hours. I was like, hey, we're in Hawaii, and we're on the beach, and it's really beautiful, and there's no one around. Take off your clothes, pork chop your wife, and then
Pork chop.
it's just. Oh, I wanted to bury my pig in the sand. Our guys here get it. I wanted to bury my
such
pig.
a disgusted look on my face right now. What the fuck are you talking about? That is how you refer to me, to making love with me?
Oh, only to my friends when you're not around. I'm just teasing. Oh, I've never said that before. Don't get offended. I've never said that before in my life. I've never, ever, ever used that expression before in my life until now. It just came to me. It just came to me. So I wanted to just strip down and be King Kamehameha, and then make tender, fragrant gardenia love to my wife, and then put on a lei band around my head, and then run. When you do the mic down thing, I don't know what to do sometimes.
Well, you'll have to figure that out, won't you?
So I did feel like the ocean air it made me feel robust.
Great.
I think you're supposed to do a yes and.
Yeah. Well, the second we walked off the plane, I was like, oh, this air.
Yeah.
This air is like really, really nice.
Yeah.
It made me feel, it felt like how air is supposed to be, but we're born and raised in LA, and the air is not like that.
It's not like that.
And yeah.
Yeah, the chemtrails haven't gotten to.
No, it blows away.
It blows away. The trade winds take it off.
Yeah, your version of like standing naked in a room wanting to be a king over your lady. My version of that was my morning coffee on the beach. Watching the sun come up alone. That was like,
Yeah.
That
was
was
your
probably comparable to what you felt like.
Yeah, it was.
It was like no one needing shit from me.
I didn't get-
not even the fucking crabs on the beach. They wanted nothing to do with me. And
The kids weren't there, and I was still asleep, and she would just wake up at
amazing.
4:30 Hawaii time, and then sit there for a couple
and I'd
hours.
Look at the stars in the sky, in
Yeah.
the darkness, and drink my morning coffee
Yeah.
and watch the sun come up.
It was heaven for you. It was heaven. See,
Yeah.
you were the queen of the islands. You were Queen Kamulamula.
That's who I was.
Do you mean to say Kamulamula, or did you mean to say Kamehameha? Is her name Kamulamula? But it should be. Oh, fuck, I'm going to upset people and get emails now. You were the queen. You were the
No,
queen
I
of
was
Hawaii.
just me.
Yeah, fine. But we did go to Hawaii, and we did have fun.
It was amazing.
We had a very good time. And so we've been gone for a while. We haven't done any podcasts for a long time.
Was I supposed to ride that King Kamehameha thing with you?
Done.
Better?
Fuck it. It's done. It's done.
King of the bedroom?
It's done. I mean, you could have commented that I really did deliver. You could have commented on that. Like, I really did deliver the goods.
I know, but why do I need to comment on that?
So the people hear it out there.
They need to know that?
I want to be acknowledged by you and others about it. Yeah, I want acknowledgement.
Wow, that's
I
cool.
want. Do they give awards or? Is there medals? Is there? You get like gift certs to anything?
I'll send you a Starbucks from the people. I'll get a Starbucks gift card for you, and I'll
You can-
say to King
Kajua
Kamea Elf.
Kajua.
well done. Good work in the bedroom. Love the people.
You know what? You could do it from your Starbucks app. So it's already there waiting for me
yeah.
when I get there. It's
Sure.
just there waiting for me.
Be a nice acknowledgement.
It would be. I deserve that.
You seem to need that right now.
Maybe after the last few. Well, there was a couple of times, and we don't need to get into too much. We'll make it pretty simple. But that somehow the romanticism ended with me getting laughed at twice in a row.
Not at all. What?
Are you kidding?
What?
Are you not remembering the 2 times in a row that
In
I got?
Hawaii?
No, not
Oh,
Hawaii.
I was like, I did not laugh at you. in
No,
Hawaii.
before that was why I redeemed myself in Hawaii.
No.
That's why.
Well, I thought you. Here's the thing. I laughed because I thought you were laughing at yourself, and so I was sharing in the humor of what had occurred.
No, I was not laughing
Sorry.
at myself. You laughed at me.
And then you seemed to willingly share
I-
in the chuckle.
I
I wasn't laughing
to
at you.
disperse
It
my
was like-
embarrassment.
Oh.
I may have chuckled, but later on I felt.
You like snorted. You snorted when you snorted. And I was happy for you that you enjoyed yourself, but like it was charming. It was funny, so I giggled. Like I'm not laughing at your manhood.
But you giggled at the snort.
Yeah.
And the snort occurred at the
apex,
which is a sensitive time for a man.
Oh, I didn't wait till just after the apex.
You didn't want to like go over it later and be like, "Hey, that snort was really cute."
I think it was like on the downfall from the apex. I don't think it was like right at the height of your moment. I started laughing at you.
You laughed at me with the shoulder of the wave. I was on the shoulder of the wave. Now, thank God it didn't happen at the crest of the wave.
Well, because then the wave would not have happened.
The wave would not have happened. I was at the shoulder of the wave, and I was spilling over. I was breaking. The wave was breaking.
Yeah,
the
let's
wave
pick
was
a
breaking.
better word.
The wave was breaking.
We don't need it.
And then you laughed at me, and it took a little bit of. I was like, ha 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 ha. Yes, I snorted. But I was like embarrassed.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. We talked about that. You don't have to apologize on camera. I already made you apologize off camera. And then, and then there was then the next time, the very next time, I got laughed at again.
Well, what did you do?
I fell.
He fell on me.
My arm gave at the shoulder.
What should I be like? Oh, honey, are you okay?
I didn't fall.
Come
like
on, it's fucking funny.
Jenna, it wasn't
We've
like
been
a
together
face.
28 years. We've been having sex for 28 years.
28 years.
All right, be happy that it's still happening regularly. So
Oh,
you
is
fucking
that-
fall on me. It's funny,
Wait,
dude.
you need to
Come
clarify.
on.
I didn't fall. I didn't like face implant on you. I'm so wheezy today. I didn't like face implant you.
Face plant. I think that's what it's called.
Okay, right. On you. I didn't face plant
No, it was
you.
like off to the side on my shoulder.
I didn't face plant off to the side either. My shoulder just gave.
Okay.
My arm gave.
It's funny. Come on.
I was holding a lot
it's
of
not
weight.
funny at you. It's
But again,
funny,
again,
circumstantial humor.
You laughed at me at the
I
shoulder
didn't
of the
laugh
wave.
at you. I laughed. It's funny. It's
What
like
would-
sometimes I see us like. It's
I know.
funny. Come
I wish you
on.
could
We're
understand.
laughing about it right now. This is what I had inside of me when it happened.
Yeah, but it would have been better to not laugh at me.
I won't be as free with my emotions. I'm sorry.
No, but to bring it up in a podcast, then it's funny, but not at the time.
Well, I didn't since then.
Well, no, because I delivered the King Kamehameha,
You always deliver King Kamehameha.
but I especially Kamehameha'd in Hawaii.
Yeah, and you made some. You kind of almost snorted again in Hawaii, and I did not laugh.
Really?
And so now I'm bringing it up on the podcast, like you just said.
Has it been louder lately? It feels like it's more.
It's too much information. I don't think people need to hear this.
All right. Well, then they just have
It's
to end.
private.
Then we'll just end that with that. I'm snorting a lot lately. That's a good place to end it. We'll just, as long as you got that in, we can end that there. That's fine.
No, it wasn't like not like that. It's just like,
Guttural,
Yeah.
visceral,
Yeah.
emotional.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Well,
good. I mean,
I will say this,
It's all
and
good.
then we won't talk about it anymore because it's not important. I am enjoying my romanticness with you as much now or more than I did when I was 21 years old.
I know.
It's kind of incredible.
Same here. More. Because I feel like I'm more present.
I'm more involved. I have less shoulder muscle on the bracket.
All right.
But I'm more involved emotionally with the marriage we've created and the life we live,
Yeah.
and it's more flavorful in all dimensions, and so there's more enjoyment of the
Odd
entire
analogy of
experience.
flavorful. It's an odd choice of words in the context.
My
of what we're
cup
talking
spilleth
about.
over with love. There's no way to talk about. Let's talk about something different.
But yay us.
But yay us, right?
It's yay us.
28
28 years, and it's like
Yay
rad.
us.
I think that's pretty cool.
My other family that I have with the other wife and the other kids, they're blown away by it.
Right. Yeah.
I have a family I keep off to the side, my side family, and they're like so impressed by how Jen and I get along. They wish they could be a part of our family. That's not funny, but it's only funny for people
Well,
that
it's
have,
very real for many
because
people.
some people have that. I shouldn't make fun of people with side families,
No,
but
it's like it happens.
it happens.
Side families happen.
Side families happen. But we are doing quite well.
Yes.
Our kids are doing great. And is everyone realizing just my wife slaying on Fear the Walking Dead? My wife just fucking slain as the character June on Fear the Walking Dead.
Oh, thank you.
It was
Laura,
Naomi,
June.
Laura. The character's name was Laura. Then it was Naomi.
No, it was Naomi. And
Naomi.
then we found out in the past that he called her
Laura,
Okay.
and then June. So she's slaying it. And so the season that she was on just aired its final episode for that season, and she'll be on next season of Fear the Walking Dead, and that's all I'm allowed to say. I'm not allowed to say anymore. I don't actually know anymore, but if I did know anymore, I couldn't say it anyway.
Correct.
And my wife is having a ton of fucking fun.
I am having fun. That's the main thing is I'm having fun.
And the character is so amazing. And you and Garrett what's his character's name?
John Dory.
John Dory. I knew that because it's the name of the fish. You and John Dory, June and John Dory are lovers on the show, and you guys make a really cute couple.
Thank you.
And he's such a sweetheart in life, him and his lovely wife. I've got to know him, and so I love watching you guys on camera. You have great chemistry.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, it's good.
So
It's fun.
it's pretty amazing.
It's just fun. I mean, I think when you can actually enjoy the things you're doing with your day, when you can like kind of enjoy your day.
Yeah.
Whatever it is you do, if it's actually fun, it's really cool
Yeah,
to have fun.
I agree.
I think a lot of people don't actually have fun living their life. And I'm like really having fun.
Yeah.
I feel very lucky.
Had to edit something out I said that I wasn't supposed to say about Fear the Walking Dead, but it wasn't that important anyway, but I didn't know. Okay.
It's okay.
And also, I wasn't really in the mood to do the podcast. I don't think I was in the mood. I just felt like doing other stuff.
Today?
No, in the last 6 months.
Oh.
6 months. Why? We've been gone for so long.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Is there anything?
I tried to get you to do it.
Yeah.
Many times.
Yeah. I didn't want to.
I want to explain to these nice people why.
I don't know. I was like,
You were distracted.
I was doing other things. I was busy.
I
No.
felt like sometimes it would be hard to coordinate, I was saying let's just do it like where we record audio.
I like the video. Yeah,
You
I
like
feel
the
like once we
video.
laid the video down, that's how it should go.
Yeah, there's just a lot more coordinations involved.
Yeah.
And that's hard when I'm filming.
When you're filming,
I'm up at 3 a.m. and filming
Yeah.
16 hours and then commuting for 24 hours, then back at it and raising kids and
but these
raising a husband and it's a lot.
does it feel like you're raising a husband sometimes? What's happening with my memory on scheduling?
Well, I'm not sure.
It's
You had to like kind of confess
it's
your difficulty.
It's next level. I'm
Yeah.
having like a next level thing occur where I have to schedule something for Friday
I have an opinion
Friday at
of-
noon.
I have an opinion of what it is, but
Okay,
you're
I'll-
going to wholly disagree with me.
Yeah.
And you're going to be like, that is absolutely not what it is. But I feel pretty certain that I know what it is.
I will
Drops
say
mic.
schedule something for Friday at noon, and with the whole thing, and then I'll come back and it'll be Thursday at 3 p.m. and I'll be like, I was told Friday at noon. I knew to make it Friday at noon. Book the flight for Friday at noon, and it's the wrong time. So I'm leaving town in a couple of days, and I was supposed to book my flight after my son's Little League game. It's very obvious. I knew what time the game ended.
Yeah, you had a whole plan about it. You were like,
I even
but
talked
it's
about it.
perfect. He has an early game.
I
I can
even-
get on the flight after that.
I even texted my friends in New York saying I have to get a
'Cause
later
he's
flight
working.
to shoot a documentary, and I'll get there later after my son's game. And then I looked at the flight. Me and Jenna were in
You
Hawaii.
booked it during.
I booked it during my
game.
son's game.
He's like, what the hell is my problem?
I don't understand. So what's
But it's
happening
happening
with
a
me?
lot.
But it happens all the time with scheduling.
So
Even today, you had to triple check me, and I had told O'Donnell 2:30 and him too.
yeah.
And I was like, oh God, I'm going loopy. What's happening? What's going on with me?
Well, based on my observation,
I'm getting old and senile. And then I forgot the mics. I forgot my old mic. These old mics. Jenna had to go back home and get them.
I think.
Yeah.
So you said to me the other day, because we'll be sitting down to like do some family scheduling and planning, and and you'll ask me a question, and I'll go, oh, okay, well, let me check my schedule. While I'm checking my schedule, you ask me another question about a whole separate subject. And then I'm like, but your whole mantra is, once we start something, we finish it. But yet you throw these questions at me while I'm in the middle of answering the question. And I feel, and then while I'm trying to answer that, then you're like going over and doing another thing, and then you're back to it, and then you'll check Instagram, and then and I think, you were never like this before.
I wasn't.
And I think that you are I think our busy electronic existence that everyone is in right now, I think you're like, it's controlling your attention. You're not controlling it.
What was I like?
And you were like, no, I like to do many things at once. It's how I feel like I'm good. But you were never like that. You actually,
what
in
did I
the
used
past,
to be like?
you were very studious with one thing at a time.
It's interesting to know.
And I think you're dispersing yourself.
Oh.
But you think you operate better that way. But I think statistics have shown.
Are you guys doing okay with your memory and dates and things where you're like scheduling things? And I'm O'Donnell's
I think
no.
you're doing too many things.
'Cause-
I honestly watch you, and you do too many things, and it's becoming.
I'll schedule
which
the
maybe
same
I'll
things
talk
at the
about
same
it
time.
in another podcast. Your desire to control things is gone to a next level obsession.
Like what, Jenna?
Well,
For Mary Elfwoman.
how long you got? I
My-
could save it. We can make this the topic of the next podcast.
I'm not going to get into a podcast that gets into the subject of planning and controlling and not planning things. And I actually don't think I could take it. I don't think in my heart I could take another conversation that starts with the topics of my trying to control things and you're trying not to be controlled and to be that. It's cool. Everything's okay. Hawaii was so pleasant.
We were walking off the plane.
Uh-huh.
I'm looking at my phone. I can see my whole environment. I travel every week of my life.
Uh-huh.
Very, very competent traveler.
My sphincter
I'm a
is
grown
so
woman.
tight right now.
Why? What did I even say? What the hell's happening?
I don't know. Go ahead. I got to loosen up.
I think I'm right.
I just got to loosen up. Go ahead.
This,
Go ahead.
This reaction
Go
means
ahead.
I'm
Just
right.
Tell the fucking story.
He grabs my arm.
No, wait, I don't grab your arm.
No, but you like
I
to take me through the. I'm like, why are you touching me? We're walking off the plane. You're like, because you're looking at your phone and there's a lot of people. I'm like, I can see where I'm. What the fuck are you doing? And it's like everywhere we go, every single piece of everything. It's like, I have a question. I was thinking about this. Do you feel that you need to know before you go? Everything. Because it's like kinda over the top. Oh my goodness, what's happening?
It's so much
Because
emotion. There's so much emotion. I just feel like I have to just keep it cool. I just have to keep it cool. I just
But
gotta
see,
keep it cool.
do you know that when I travel in life and I travel, and like I never have any problems.
Do you know that? do you know that how you are with your business and your life is different than how you are?
But when the kids weren't even there
with your
in Hawaii.
with your family.
No, but there were no children. It was just two adults.
Yeah, but family, like in a marriage, how you are in life is not the same as how you are in the family. They're different. They're different. You treat them differently. You are very, very,
I don't want to
very
plan
thorough and on top
every
and
moment of
spectacular
my day
about how you are
on vacation.
with with yourself as an artist, but how you are with the family is a little les enfants. A little, whatever comes is going to happen. It's okay. So it's a little different.
Yeah, but it's obsessive. It's over the top.
Probably has caused me to be obsessive. Probably
I'm
caused me-
responsible.
No, I'm sure I'm responsible.
I'm responsible
No, I'm
for your
responsible.
condition.
I'm responsible
That's
for
a
my
good
condition.
reaction. That's
I'm sure
a
I'm re-
whole lot of horse shit right
I'm
there.
sure I'm responsible
You're
for my...
laissez-faire, so I'm an obsessive controller.
Go with it. I like it.
No, that is horse shit.
Okay. I think you're right.
You are next level. It's gotten next fucking level.
I think I'm... Okay. Listen.
I think what you think is
I think-
organization is
Uh-huh.
actually because you don't. It's like every beat must be planned and controlled. Every breath, like every breath.
How was it in Hawaii?
That's what I'm talking about.
You felt that I was...
But see, I don't think you realize it.
Gotcha.
I wasn't gonna like address it in Hawaii. We're
But
on
it came-
vacation
but
because
here
look
we
at
are.
this. This is not what I wanted on vacation.
Gotcha.
But Jesus, now both your friends, we have two guys here. Their face is in their hands. I have a feeling they have a similar experience.
Only one of them would have a similar experience with me trying to control everything.
So what does that have to do with me being laissez-faire?
Because the other one is just as laissez-faire as you.
So what the fuck is the crime?
The other one, if you said be there at noon, he's like at noon. He's like,
I'm not
noon-ish,
late.
Noonish.
But that's not.
When I'm done surfing, could be around noon.
I'm gonna go back to when we were on our honeymoon, arriving, and every piece of luggage, every single beat, and the Jamaicans. Is
My
like,
God, that was 198 years ago.
easy.
That was, and that's not fair. Bringing up how the Jamaicans got upset by my trying to control them. They were all very relaxed.
You know, you can be really competent and relaxed.
Okay. I think the podcast, I think we're good for today. I think we got a lot. I think we're good. I think we got a good podcasting for the day. I think we're running out of, I just see now we're running out of time. Running out of time.
Is it because you will launch into me like it's all my fault?
I don't know about launch, but I think that maybe we're good. I think we had a good podcast. You got to say your piece, and I think I'm happy with that.
Let me tell you something.
Sure.
I see you do this with other people, not just me.
Mm.
It's not just me.
I agree with you.
I
agree with you.
Promise you, it is not me.
I agree with you.
I watch you with baseball. I watch you with your friends. I watch you with Uber drivers. Okay. Motherfucker, it ain't just me. Drops my.